You talk like a life coach, post like a thirst trap, and react like a teenager whose ego is held together by brand deals and soft lighting.
Oh no, I told y'all this show is bad, bruh. This show is bad, bruh. Oh my god. No. I'm trying to tell you, bro. This is a fatality, bro. Oh, by brand deals and soft lighting. Yeah, that one was ethereal, bro. That one was ethereal, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That one actually would just send me, bro. I would just. So it continues, I see. You already know. For the bros and the babes, we're shaking. What's cracking? Little backstory. Yeah, we checked it out literally a couple days ago. Yeah, Pokimane decided to have a bad take. A bad take. Yeah, she was on a boat in France with Jason and Ween, and she was talking about how, like, has need to eat the rich and all that, but she wasn't addressing it clear, obvious in her room. Hun, you got money. You got money. Yeah, it's looking hypocritical. Like, yeah, hun, you were selling $30 cookies, $7 a bag, 28. Looking rough. Costco Jones, looking rougher. It was looking crazy. But yeah, within that whole John, of course, she was getting backlash. But apparently she came out to, like, respond to that, John, and it got even worse. Yeah, nobody's surprised by that. I ain't gonna lie. So, of course, we're here to check it out. So, I ain't gonna waste no more time because, Trill talks everything. Trill, yes, everything. Let's get right into it. Yo, back on the page. Always on the page. Shout out straight. We got Pokimane made everything worse. Of course, you want to watch the OG vid? Down description. First link. Go share the love. I'm not playing. We need to put out that positive reinforcement. Let's get into it.
Pokimane literally embarrassed herself so hard in front of people that don't even know her to where she had to start sympathy farming.
It's weird to think about how many people have
weird. Nah, Rachel Zegler crazy out here. I ain't gonna lie. You pulling the Rachel Zeg. I can't even talk. You pulling the Rachel syndrome? Bad works.
opinions about me, especially people who probably never consumed any of my content, which is understandable. That's just what happens probably when you're online for so long. But my main point.
Yeah, the same thing was just happening with Emery with the whole grooming shit. So I can understand that, but Pokey, let's not act like your takes wasn't it was just bad.
Main point is actually, as much as sometimes it bothers me to feel like my name is known in circles that I don't affiliate with or that are not a part of my community, the upside is sometimes I'll bring such nice people to my defense, and I'm I'm shocked.
Yeah, of course there's going to be people that dislike you, but again, like I said, it's not like people dislike you for no reason. It's because of these takes. You're talking about people being in the broader community, but yeah, if someone from the broader community, especially someone outside of your community, sees your takes and especially thinks it's not so favorable, I'm sure they're going to be very distasteful. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But even still, yeah, people shouldn't be obviously calling her a bitch, calling her all that shit. You shouldn't be like, oh, fuck you. I say it all the time. Shout out to Lover Babes. All that shit all the time. But yeah, Pokey, you're not addressing the factor that you said some dumb shit.
My heart is warm.
Woman, you're 28. It's time to turn the internet off. Well,
fair.
Boys, today is tomorrow when Arrested Development is in the news. Pokimane, a 28, almost 30-year-old woman, acting like a 15-year-old online and then being called out by other adults, and then she goes on to cry about it.
Yo, I saw this one tweet.
15-year-old online and then being called out by other adults.
This John, bro, they was eating her alive. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was like, dang, they was really ripping her. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Is it this deep? It might be, bro. The takes is that bad, bro. It might be.
And then she goes on to cry about it. And also, if you guys don't know, check out last video, all right, top right hand corner if you guys haven't seen it. I basically went over the whole situation that basically spills into this situation where Pokimane was talking about how she hates the rich and how we need to eat the rich and have a revolution. And
as I was saying in the intro. But yeah, that like it's obviously very hypocritical.
In America, because of the wealth disparity, not knowing if we ate the rich, she would 100% be on the damn table.
If you're a broke boy, just say so.
She's worth almost 20, if not over $20 million. Sheesh. And yet for some reason she thinks she's not part of the problem. It's literally the
niggas in the chat 360 real quick. Oh my god, the bell bottoms. Oh my god, Gooner alert. Like, bro, you niggas is gooning, bro. You have to chill.
The pot calling the kettle black whenever she's like, the multi-billionaires are the problem. Not the multi-millionaires. You mean the 1% isn't a problem, but the point?
I give it to you, though. Again, like I always say, bro. And again, with the other influencer girly pops, too. Like, Pokey, you look good, hon. I can't lie. Like, yo, nah. The body's tea. I'm gonna keep it a buck. The body is tea. But you niggas is gooning way too much. It's crazy. Like, I see somebody at the bottom. Body is body and girl. Like, nah, I feel that shit. Like, nah, it's hefty. I ain't gonna lie. Like, hun, do you. But, like, the takes, let's roll them back. These shit's crazy.
1%. Now, that's what we gotta take up arms against them. And I explained in that video how her wanting to have, you know, the normal man, the normal woman that has to live paycheck to paycheck to do the revolution and, you know, not her herself is part of her plan. And anybody that is as rich as her is playing, because they're going to become the 0.1% if we kill the...
I'm about to say, like, yo, heads like this, again, Pokimane need bulls that's like tier 3, tier 4, tier 5 subs. Bulls that's working normal lives, normal job. Well, they definitely not working normal lives. Tier 5 Pokimane sub. Ooh. No, but you know, has obviously in like a normal wealth disparity, like when you're living like paycheck to paycheck and or you got a normal job and all that. Like, yo, they need heads like that to be giving them all these subs and all that type of junk, because without that they can't sustain their lifestyle. Like, this is, bro, this is the obvious junk.
The first 0.1%. Because they're just going to do the same thing the 0.1% did. Buy up businesses at the cheap. Then
there we go. Yo, that's what I was talking about. Yo, they're literally just the Costco ripoffs, bro. The Costco clones, man. The midnight cookies from Costco.
Hike up the price. I'm like, she literally did it in that last clip I showed you guys. She bought a cookie brand and hiked up the price of it.
Anybody here made like mud cookies as a kid? So it's almost like when you first put it in your mouth, it tastes like mud and dirt.
Dexter wrote an...
Yo, low tier guy, yo, what the fuck is wrong with that nigga? But like, yo, we just made a video on him. I ain't gonna lie, with him and DDG. Yo, they was beefing because like he's saying DDG's view botting or sub, not even view botting, sub botting. I still don't know how you do that shit.
Article about this, and this is a little excerpt. Although fans were excited about major moves in Poki's career, critics began comparing minor snacks to cookies from another brand that were reportedly on sale at Costco earlier this
year. Yeah, because they were their brand, a ripoff of those brands.
Year. She literally took a cookie brand that was selling in Costco, said, I like that, bought the company, rebranded it Minor Cookies, put a little Pokimane. She put a little vitamin D, except for it wasn't even...
Yeah, what's the sales on those looking like?
Enough vitamin D to where you could even get enough out of one package of her cookies to get enough to like equate to going outside in the sun. Literally 5 minutes in the sun, you would get way more vitamin D than any of the little amount of vitamin D that she put in her cookies.
3 micrograms of vitamin D, and then using 3 micrograms to say you have vitamin D in your branding. So 3 micrograms of vitamin D is not a lot of vitamin D. So that's 120 IUs of vitamin D. The average adult needs about 600 IUs of vitamin D a day to maintain their balance. This is dietary allowance. This is not going out in the sun.
Yeah, I do remember heads were heftily on ass with this shit. And like rightfully so, obviously, if they're lying about the product, they need a cookie for the show. But the main proportionality to this is like, of course, you want to make profit within your business. So like selling these cookies, obviously, Pokimane want to make money. But yo, it's just the price. Like, who do you expect to be paying for these shits? Oh my god. Oh my.
Is a basis of information that has led to most of the population being insufficient in vitamin D. This is not enough vitamin D. A human being needs more vitamin D than 600 IUs.
But that small amount of vitamin D was worth her hiking up the price of the cookies.
It's not it. Guess how much it costs a bag? $28.
and then telling any and everyone that told her, hey, that's kind of you bought a company and hiked up the price on their product. That's kind of and her
saying like it's an obvious, like, you know what I'm saying, shield to her audience, you know what I'm saying, easy like cash grab. It's like, yo, you don't really care about this, Sean. You just, again, took Costco whole swag, Kika Kim style. I ain't gonna lie, copycat style. I ain't gonna cop. And just took their whole flow and said, we gonna make some money. Like, it's not giving generous. It's really not.
Her calling them
Broke boy.
somehow we're supposed to expect her to fight for us. But going on to her crying on Twitter, Hasan Piker basically saw the whole backlash to everyone calling her out for doing the exact same thing that she blames the billionaires for, except for she's just worse at it in every way. She's not a very good businesswoman. She just has a lot of money from people donating to her. If she was living off of her businesses alone, I'm pretty sure she would be in debt right now, boys. But Hasan,
I'm about to say, yeah, great. Let Hasan dumbass give us some insight on this shit.
Piker, seeing that he has to repay his debts for every time he gets into the controversy and Pokimane doesn't even back him up. I don't even know why this man is defending her, but I guess
exactly
he has like
it's the Poggers Twitch community shit, man.
This little sense in the back of his head where he's like, you know, you're rich right here. So he's like, no, I'm not rich. No, I'm not rich at all. This is moderate wealth. I was just really good at finance. I'm not rich at all.
I think it's because of the closeness that most streamers have to being normal people at a certain point in their lives, as opposed to like a guy who's been a multi-billionaire for the past decade or so. Most streamers have a much nicer and much better understanding of what it used to be like when they didn't have money, and therefore have takes like this. You want
what? No, they don't. And there's nothing wrong. Oh my fucking god, bro. There's nothing wrong with niggas having money either, bro. Obviously, I say it all the time. Like, yo, I want to put the boss in a 5 bad. If you think niggas who don't have any cheese that, like, you know what I'm saying, it'd be hard to live in paycheck to paycheck, gonna be able to afford that shit? No, Hasan. Nigga, you have a fucking pool right outside your shit. Nigga, clearly it took money to get that bitch, right? Like, yo, niggas could have cheese and niggas could be, obviously, you know what I'm saying, gracious and grateful for their successes, but bruv, I don't need fucking Pokimane out here saying hypocritical shit, some dumb shit to niggas again that are providing her fucking lifestyle. It's hypocritical. It looks dumb. What are we? Oh my god, I fucking hate these niggas.
Want rich people to have takes like this. It's very fucking annoying that people yell at rich people that have takes like this.
Oh my god, nigga, you're one of the rich. Oh my fuck.
The unnecessary. You have to clarify. They're gonna clip that and it's gonna make you look bad. Oh. You gotta say.
It did.
You gotta say the billionaires.
The billionaires.
Because you are rich.
The Bezos.
You can't be.
No, millionaires and billionaires. Bro.
I mean, he was right, and they did clip it regardless. This is literally her being less dumb than everyone else in the room, explaining the difference between millionaires and the ultra rich who control the country even out of office is so stupid.
What? It's her being less dumb? This shit was dumb as fuck. You know why it was dumb as fuck? She could have just not said it. Oh my fucking god. This shit is just like
stupid. No, you don't understand, brother. You don't understand. It's actually Pokimane that is responsible for the disparity of wealth in this country.
Is she not wealthy?
Just letting you guys know, Hasan Piker's dad, the person that raised him in Turkey, is worth over $5 billion.
Yes,
with a
because fucking, you know what I'm saying, Cenk is his uncle.
B, not with an M, $1 billion. Just letting you know. Hasan Piker never knew what poverty was, all right? He never knew that. That was something that was beyond him, but for some reason, he wants to LARP as one of us. So after Hasan
bro, he LARPs to everything, bro. He's like a well, not even like, he's a fucking parasite, bro. If it's some shit with race, all of a sudden, yeah, nah, he's that race. If it comes to fucking wealth disparity, oh, no, bro, I can relate to the common man, bro. I'm not even really rich. Bro, like, I'm not hearing this shit from you, Hasan. Nigga, you bro. Skinwalker ass nigga, moving on.
Put an accelerant on this fire and basically turned this thing into a raging inferno, putting more eyes to this. Basically, Pokimane started to try tweet like nothing was going on. Oh my god, I'm like a cute 14-year-old girl. She tweeted out this picture of her saying, Angie. Bitch, you're...
Yeah, it's fucking cringe. Like, is it the worst shit ever? Do we need to, like, fucking cancel her for this? No, but, like, is it cringe as hell? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, no. Nah, this ain't it. Pokimane, that's not it, big bro. That's not you, hon. Yeah, I don't know what we do about this. Alright, cancel? No, but I'm gonna just leave it where it's at. Temperature check. How y'all feeling about this? Timestamp.
28. This is weird. This is creepy. I'm not gonna be sitting here like, oh my god, no, she's just a cute ubu girl. No, this is weird. This is creepy. All right, the whole thing of being like making words into these cutesy things are for children. They are for children. I'm not gonna sit here and act like, no, an adult woman saying the cutesy version of what a child would say a word is. No, that's normal. No, this is literally a mental disorder. I'm not gonna sit here and act like,
y'all think it's gooner bait? Nah, I'm dicking. I don't know. It might be on a low-key level. This for the tier 3, tier 4, tier 5s niggas.
No. This is normal for a 28-year-old woman. So basically, everyone in the comments started calling her out like, woman, you are 28, you are old, you're getting up there in age, you need to actually mature and find things that you are saying to be cringeworthy and to be actually not something becoming of a woman of your age, because it is not. This is not something that a woman of her age should be saying or doing, putting her cleavage on display. Let's all be honest here. She's putting her cleavage on display and trying to be a little cutesy girl because she's like, well, everyone's mad at me, so let me apologize like a woman. You guys see my tits, right? I know that.
Oh, denim's treatment. Feel that.
Not that big. Come on, I gotta squish them together. You see that, right? Saying, Angie, I'm just a girl. Like, let's not sit here and act like this is not a mental disorder.
Motherfuckers think they can really show the cleavage in emo and think we about to take that shit serious. Pokey. Did you not see what niggas are doing to denims? Embarrassing! Like, yo, come on, man. This shit.
Disorder that has been recognized for decades now, called arrested development. Someone gets to a point in their life and then they realize, I don't like this point in my life, so I'm gonna regress back to a child. And that's what she's doing.
Yo, switch the child out with dumbass and there you go, soy dubs.
She's regressing, and yet for some reason some people are just applauding this. So whenever people started to call out her age in the comments below, she obviously locked the comments. That's how you know you lost, whenever you had to lock the comments. I'm just saying, if you're on Twitter and you lock the comments, just know you took the L. If you have to lock the...
You got ratioed.
Comments, you did take the L. Because if you were 100% right, there will be people in there defending you left and right. Trust me. So after taking a major L of people just saying her age to her, that's how you know she's mentally regressive. Because anyone that is, you know, happy about getting older and enjoys life the way that she's about to subtweet about,
I just feel like it's that constant validation again. The tier 3 through 5 niggas, like, they got her boosting her head if they giving her cheese, telling her like she's a queen, a goddess, and all that type of shit. Which, you know what I'm saying, some of the girly pops, y'all is. You feel? But like, nah, in all seriousness, like, that type of shit corrupted her head, bro. Again, all this like clout and validation, like, that shit gonna be making you feel like a god on your Kanye shit. So when you finally do get some criticism and or backlash, you're not sure how to handle that shit, and you got her handling situations like this, you know, especially serious Jones, where she said something that is completely, you know what I'm saying, not again bad, cancelable, but like it's completely like hypocritical and fucking, you know, dumb, and it can be offensive to people, you know, especially part of our audience, which once furthermore fuel her lifestyle. But I don't know, this is what it is. I truly just think it's like, yeah, the reality of the factor of like, oh yeah, I can be criticized is really hitting her, and this is how she's handling the situations.
About it. They wouldn't be subtweeting the way she is. I would have been like, oh hell yeah, brother, at 28, it's golden to any and everyone telling me my age. I'm like, I look good at 28, don't I? But instead of her doing that, this is what she did.
I mean, yeah, she does look good at 28. We like established that shit, but like in terms of, you know what I'm saying, The mind, the personality, I will pass.
Got a weird influx of weirdos commenting on my age. Lol. To be honest, I find it so dumb. At 28, I'm the happiest, richest. What happened to eat the rich? What happened to that? Like I said, boys, they aren't on your side. They're just saying that they are, so hopefully...
It's like the obvious hypocrisy. It's baffling.
You do the dirty work for them so they can come pick the bones clean. This woman is such a two-faced lying bitch. She's so two-faced. Literally, after getting called out for her age, she legit just shows...
It's like fucking embarrassing, because like this is the shit I be talking about with like the hypocrisy. It's like, yo, when motherfuckers have the clips, when motherfuckers have, you know what I'm saying, the flicks or like the evidence, all this shit to back up that you're being a hypocrite, what you're saying or like what you're doing and you're lying, bro, it's like, why you're setting yourself up to look like a dumbass. I ain't gonna lie, let me not even jinx it, bro. This shit gonna end up happening to me.
The ugly side of her and her true intentions. She just wants to become richer. I'm like, there's a reason why people like XQC already were able to see through her fake friendship and just, you know, cut her off right there.
Men and women, we love each other.
Because if you guys don't remember, XQC got himself a nice...
I don't believe that any of these like collabs and all that shit is real friendships. Like, it's very clear, especially within like that, like not that community as if like it's derogatory, but within like the poggers and even within the WNL community. It's just like, yo, heads in that like community, they all like cycle through viewers. They all pretty much watch each other and the shit. Like, of course they're gonna collab to like boost their audiences. Like, do I truly believe it's like friendships that are like lifelong and all that shit? No, especially again off the H3, you know what I'm saying, the Ian and Ethan Klein shit. Like,
$100 million kick contract, and instead of Pokimane being excited for that, she decided to throw shade at Felix.
There's a headline about XQC getting $100 million
yeah,
from Kick.
But I've heard different things behind the scenes. You also don't know, is part of that $100 million like equity? Is it paid in different ways? Was it actually 100 or was it
as
just...
a pocket watcher personally, I feel that. But why do you give a fuck, Pokey?
A headline that makes everybody look good so nobody refutes it.
Pokimane on that Colin Samir podcast episode was the same episode where she was talking about how streaming has become this big, beautiful thing, but it's so male dominated. So I guess she...
Oh yeah, that shit was so dumb. She was like, yeah, bro, heads are like, you know what I'm saying, watching Kyson and Speed and the biggest streamers, and they want to be like them, but we don't see no women representation. Well, Pokey, it's funny you say that because as one of the top women streamers, you know what I'm saying, probably being one of the creators that would represent women being boosted on the platform, you're doing a pretty shit job at doing so. At boosting and promoting. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. It just gets me so mad, that hypocrisy. Like, well, maybe if you did more or less what like Cinder and Valkyrie are doing and starting to, you know what I'm saying, do more bigger collaborations and events within like women streamers, within, you know what I'm saying, the female streaming and content creation space, it would probably boost, you know what I'm saying, the representation of women within streaming. But nah, you're sitting there bullshitting. I feel that.
He had to stick with the topic of man bad because too many men are in streaming and too many men like to watch other men stream. So she just threw XQC right under the bus for no reason at all.
If you're broke, you just say so.
But back to her subtweet, because trust me, boys, it gets better. Trust me, it gets better. Most knowledgeable and self-assured I've ever been, and that only becomes more true with every year that passes. Although I don't care about the comments.
You do.
I do worry about the impact that it has on other girls and women who see this type of harassment.
Ooh, I really like it. Adding more on the victim blaming. Nice.
And to them, I want to reassure you that life only gets...
Ooh, really build that guilt. They're gonna be feeling so bad for you.
Better growing older will not make you miserable.
It won't, but you know what else won't make you miserable? Not saying dumb shit on the internet.
But living your life trying to appease random shitty people definitely will. Pokey.
Again, why are you even paying attention or giving... Like, this is the hypocritical shit about this, bro. Why are you even giving this shit attention to the hate and, like, giving that shit the light of day? Because you know what niggas are gonna do? do more shit that is like hate. Like, oh my god, bro.
Pokimane is unbothered, boys, as you can see. She is so unbothered, she had to tell everyone that she is just that unbothered. Boys, I'm so unbothered that the fish pellet prices keep increasing to where I just have to tell everyone.
I'm so unbothered that you had to know.
I'm just unbothered by the price of fish pellets just increasing to an unsustainable level. Like, how am I supposed to eat off this? Like, this woman made a whole tweet about people saying her age is 28 and her saying she's unbothered about people saying that her age is 28. And life only gets better, ladies. Like, life only gets better whenever you get older. Like, you see, like, I'm definitely not coping at all with the realization that my youth is escaping me, and that
but it's not even like that's a problem. Like, even if her youth is escaping or whatever, you're getting older. It's not like she's suffering for anything bad. Again, she's very wealthy. She's not in no struggling time. She's obviously very, very pretty. We discussed that shit. Like, bro, what in what shape or form would you be a victim? Like, that's I can't even figure out what the fuck is going on. Like, yeah, there'll be some niggas hating on her and all that shit. They shouldn't do that shit. Like, yo, this is weird as fuck. But yeah, at the same time, like, why even pay regards to them? You're mad successful. What? Oh my god. All you have to do is not say the dumb shit. Oh my god. Like,
I'm not gonna be as pretty as I once was whenever I was younger, so that's why I have to tweet out like a fucking 14-year-old talking about some. Also, she was so unbothered by those comments underneath this tweet to where she had to lock the post again. She had to lock the comments again. So shit. Unbothered, by the way, chat. So unbothered. Please, chat, tell me in the comments down below. How unbothered are you whenever someone calls you out and then you just say, you know what? You're not allowed to speak. I'm gonna take your speaking privilege.
I mean, usually if you're unbothered, you just pay it no mind.
Privileges away. I'm right, you're wrong, and I'm definitely not. So as you guys can see,
I'm sorry, that shit is so funny.
Over 51,000 people agree with Pokimane, right? Over 51,000 people agree with her, even though, you know, she did lock down the post, so no one could actually comment. So people started quote retweeting it, and this person got over 100,000 likes.
Oh man, are we going through the tweet? Oh, this shit should be good.
He literally ratioed this woman on her own post where she locked down the comments. This person said, I'm gonna take it to the masses. Everyone's gonna see this one. This person wrote a whole damn.
Yo, y'all get ready for this. This was pain on Pokimane's side. I ain't gonna lie, Iman. Ooh, if you read this, I know you felt true pain to your soul. This one was a critical hit.
Thesis on Pokimane, breaking her down to the last molecule, destroying her. All right, if I had read this shit about me, if someone wrote this shit about me, I would just sit there and think.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this tweet. Oh,
everything in there.
This tweet was one of those Johns where you read it and it like you truly have one of those moments where you have to rethink your entire life. That's me this is why I can't go like on TikTok, especially on my feed, because that's me with every real talk I see. I'm sitting there like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really doing enough, bro. Yeah, bro, how long the boss been working, bro? Bro, we gotta get the boss in the fight. But like, I'm really sitting there debating it all, bro. Nah, this tweet that this fool hit to Pokimane, oh never. I would be absolutely crushed.
It could be wrong, and I'd still be like, damn, he might be right. I might need to just have a whole little therapy session, reevaluate my whole life. You're 28, Iman. Not 18 or 80. But every year you get more self-assured and somehow less self-aware. This isn't growth, it's arrested development in HD.
Fair.
Damn. Streaming hours at a time daily since adolescence didn't empower you, it just froze you in digital puberty.
That's fair.
God. You talk like a life coach, post like a thirst trap, and react like a teenager whose ego is held together by brand deals and soft lighting.
Oh no, I told y'all, this show is bad, bro. This show is bad, bro. Oh my god. No. I'm trying to tell you, bro. This is a fatality, bro. Oh, by brand deals and soft lighting. Yeah, that one was ethereal, bro. That one was ethereal, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That one actually would just send me, bro. I would just like, bro, I'm not gonna cap. Oh my god.
This isn't harassment. It's grown adults pointing out that grown adulthood doesn't look like this. And if life really gets better every year, why do you still act like you're one comment away from spiraling into a subtweet?
Because she is, clearly.
Damn, if this is confidence, why does it only show up when there's a camera and a curated audience? You didn't outgrow the internet, you just aged into it like spoiled milk with a ring light, preserved by validation, paid for by the same men who sexualized you into a career that you deny you capitalized on.
Tier 5s. Tier 3 to Tier 5s. It's true.
This isn't targeted hate, it's a wake-up call, a reminder that the bubble you've built full of orbiters, yes men, and men with spare cash who defend you for a crumb of attention isn't reality.
Yo. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. Can somebody go tell that shit to Frogan Denim's dumbass? Because this is exactly what I'm trying to say with Hasan. Exactly what I'm trying to say. Wake up. Like, yo, what the hell?
And it clearly rattled you to
wake up to reality.
Discover that outside of the curated echo chamber, not everyone knows you, like you, or wants to see a grown woman caption Angie with her cleavage staged like a thumbnail. That's not empowerment, it's arrested development wrapped in a push-up bra craving for attention, and most people don't find infantilized thirst traps endearing. They find them sad. You're pushing 30 but still living like a girl whose future is stuck buffering, pausing real life just long enough to keep the illusion playing. So here's the thing, it's not black and white, and it's not some simple weird influx of weirdos commenting on my age that you've convinced yourself of. It's not just the internet being mean to you, the reality is the average adult, the one who isn't lost in your bubble, doesn't want to see a grown woman sexualizing herself for attention, no matter how much she tries to wrap it in the guise of being knowledgeable and self-assured. The truth is, you've made your career off sexualization, and yet you'll never fully admit to it because you've convinced yourself you're more than that.
Oh my god. The secondhand embarrassment. Ooh, it stings. Ooh, it stings. It does.
But the longer you keep pretending, the more you'll realize that it's not the world that's the problem, it's you. Still acting like you've got something to prove at 28, when honestly, you're just holding on to a version of yourself that doesn't even exist anymore. Grow up. And here's the real irony. Your entire career is built on appeasing random shitty people, but the shitty people you're worried about, the ones criticizing you for your age or your looks, are just as shitty as the ones who sexualize you and throw their money at you.
Dumbasses.
You've spent years building a career that thrives on attention, both from people who want to elevate you and from people who reduce you to nothing more than a commodity. The truth is, you've let both sides feed your ego, but you'll never admit to it because they're the same people who keep you in business.
Yo, how is this all in one tweet? This is like a twit longer.
So maybe it's time to realize growing older won't make you miserable. It's selling out to the same people you pretend not to care about. That's the real trap. A self-inflicted cage that stunted your maturity far worse than any comment or harassment.
Stay young. Stay young. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, nah, this one would have definitely hurt my soul. I keep saying this one would have definitely, like, yo, I'm freaking pain with the human path. This would have took my soul out of my body.
Damn. I believe that's what the gays called reading to filth. Brother just pointed out any and every flaw in this woman, and she couldn't even respond. All right, obviously she only subs.
How can you respond? Like yo, that's quite literally every flaw you have. It's like, ooh, I just got to take that one to the chin. I'm not gonna lie. Like you just have to come back next time stronger. But this match, you lost. You have lost. You lost this one.
Pokimane is not the debate kind of person, nor does she have anything to debate. She knows she's in the wrong. Yeah. Also, you know she's seen this tweet whenever she posted this subtweet acting like, oh no, nothing's wrong. Oh, you know, I just ignore people's opinions because the only people's opinions that I like are the ones that agree with me. There's been a lot of opinions about me on Twitter recently, and I just...
Yeah, which one?
Want to thank the people who read past the headlines and see me for who I truly am.
Who are those? Who are those people? Pokey, it's so crazy because you know, as someone who farms parasociality to a complete maximum better than any other I've ever seen, that these heads do not know anything about you truly. All they know is the content you make and how they are sexually attracted to you. Let's keep it a buck, hun. You know what it is. You're making the gooner bait. The gooner bait, the tier 5, the tier 3, the tier 4 bulls. They are not subscribed. They are not giving you all this cheese just because they like your content that much. Come on. So for you to say, see you for who you truly are, no, all heads can see is through the content. And for the people that can see you, that do know you on that personal level, yo, if they can vouch for you, hey, good on them. I guess they're truly friends. But as far as I'm concerned, for those parasocial bulls, again, the tier 3 through 5, they don't know anything about you. You're farming the parasociality. Come on. Come on.
I appreciate y'all so much. Crying emoji. This woman had her feelings hurt. You know she had her feelings hurt. That crying emoji was a cry for help, not out of, you know, happiness as it's supposed to represent. And of course, Pokimane only responds to the women that sexualize themselves in the ways that Pokimane denies that she sexualizes herself in the way of. At least with these women, I'm assuming / I hope they're self-aware enough to know that doing this will only get male attention. From what kind of men? The ones that is women and love to look at their body. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing that if you actually are upfront about it. There's zero things wrong with it if you want to make a career of that. But don't say...
But it's when, like, yeah, you try to, like, downplay and act like it's not a factor. Like, yes, you know what you're doing. Like, yo, you're obviously playing into the gooner, but you're obviously trying to be sexually suggestive. Like, oh, come on.
Raining whenever you're pissing on my head. Those are two different things. And the way that Pokimane continues the tweet makes it seem like, oh no, men are just sexist, even though men were
Which is stupid. Because, yeah, again, like Shade is about to say, men, you know, the niggas gooning to her were the ones defending her. Even though that's not, like, this whole shit is not even about it being sexually suggestive. It's just about her being hypocritical as fuck. Is being very hypocritical. She literally said in the tweet, like, yo, she's mad successful, as rich as she's ever been. And then the other John said she's not rich. That the people that has to go after eat the rich is like the billionaires and all that. When heads that truly, I'm honestly like, yeah, nah, billionaires, they do need to be shelled, bro. We need to tax y'all more. Y'all got too much money, bro. We need to, yo, other heads need it. Jeez, Elon, we're looking at you, nigga. But you gonna need it, bro. All your damn kids. Crazy works. But like, yo, yeah, even heads that all have millions, like, yo, it's very clear to see, like, yo, some heads be living spoiled, way beyond their means, on some crazy John, really living in excess, even with the millions of dollars. Yeah, it's not billions, but, yo, they still be going crazy on that John. And that wealth, yo, if somebody else could have that John, especially if they're living in a lower class lifestyle, like, bro, they'd really appreciate being where you at. So, yo, don't even try to play on the factor like you're not living in luxury, like, or at least in relative, like, yo, decent wealth, but they're millionaires. They're living in wealth. Like, come on. Like, that shit is just so corny. Like,
defending Emeru because of false allegations of grooming another woman. Click this video right here to find out how unsexist men are actually about women whenever it comes down to someone that truly deserves to be defended. But other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you all tomorrow.
Yeah, I already know what it is. Shout out gang. Shout out straight. We got Pokimane Made Everything Worse. Of course, if y'all want to watch the OG vid, down in the description. First link on Shirt of Love. I ain't playing. You know, we got a Shirt of Love and put the positive reinforcement out. Already know we get down. Final opinions and conjecture. Pokimane. Come on. What did you expect? I don't know what you expected. Yeah, you've been through this song and dance before. Again, you've been through your fair share of criticism, cancellations, or whatever. Like, yo, you know when you say especially controversial things like this, like Jason literally pointed out within that clip, like, yo, when you say Jones like this, you gotta really clarify yourself. Like, make sure when you're having a take that could be spice, a little bit of spice, like a little spicy take, right? You might want to think it over and or like make sure you clarify exactly what you're trying to get across, because yeah, even clipped out of context, it could look bad, but even having the full context, it was bad. Terrible. Oh my god. So yeah, for you to think that you're not about to end up getting some backlash and or criticism, and for you to say like, yo, that heads know who you truly are, so you know obviously they shouldn't criticize you. You farming a parasociality. Please stop, hon. We know what it is. Ridiculous! Had to get off. I ain't gonna lie. But I already know what it is. Again, shout out Straight. Videos. Fire. We've been watching Straight for a minute. I ain't gonna lie. Watching the good vids. We've been watching them for the past like week and a half. I ain't gonna lie. I need to see more good content. But yo, you already know what it is. Show the love. And I'm finna catch y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.
Thank you.